Welcome back. You're watching us here on Bazaar Morning Call. Let's tell you what stocks would be in focus today. Our research team, as always, is with us, joining in with CNBC-TV18's top 10 list of stocks to watch out for. Just look at all of them. We have them bright and early. Some of them reluctant because it's the last day of the year. But Sonia, we'll start with you. Take the lead. Eicher Motors and Craftsman Auto.
By the way, none of them are there. You said look at all of them. It's only me sitting here next to you. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, they're all, of course, going to join in. But first up, we have Eicher Motors that we're looking at. The company has decided to invest in a Spanish electric vehicle firm. It's called Stark Future, and they've bought 10.3% stake. They're going to invest $53.2 million for this stake in the first tranche, and the cost of the acquisition is about €903 per share. This, of course, is due to rising demand of electric vehicles. Now, this company, Stark Future, recently launched the motorbike Varg. And this is the EV motorbike, and that has garnered very good response. It's seen over 17,300 bookings in the last 11 months across 3 major markets, USA, Western Europe and Australia. So with this acquisition or with this stake buy, Eicher Motors will get access to a lot of these markets as well. Now, what Eicher and Stark will do is together develop and research electric motorcycles. They'll do the technology, technology sharing, technical licensing and manufacturing. We only know about the first tranche of investment, which is about 50 million euros. Waiting more details from the management. But I'm going with green purely because, this is a step forward in terms of technology collaboration, technology sharing, and getting access to a lot of global EV markets as well.
Yeah, and when I said look at all of them, I also meant myself because I am watching out for both Reliance as well as Lotus Chocolate Company. Now, Lotus Chocolate Company is a BSE listed company which we don't talk about very often, but the news that came in yesterday evening was that Reliance's retail arm has acquired 51% stake in Lotus Chocolate from the promoters at 113 rupees per share. 51% has been acquired for 74 crore rupees from the promoters. They've also there has been a mandatory open offer. They've made it at a price of 115.5. The additional 26%, the open offer for that. The deal enables Reliance to basically enter the packaged confectionery segment. We've been talking about, Reliance's ambition to be an FMCG company as well. So this is another step in that direction. About Lotus Chocolate itself, the current market price about 117 odd rupees, 52-week high at 198. The market cap of the company, 150 crores. The FY22 revenues that they had were around 87 crores, margins at 7.5 odd% with a gross block of 23 odd crores. So these numbers are important to know, but the essential part is that with Reliance's ownership of this company and them sweating their assets a lot more, the chances for their business improvement are a lot more, which is why despite the price being at 113 rupees at which they acquired from the promoters and the open offer price being at a discount from yesterday's close, I go with green on Lotus because the parentage changes and perhaps the potential of the business too.
All right, Mangalam, thanks very much for that. So that's an interesting news item. Well, more stocks with news flow. Sonal is here with that. Sonal, hi. Morning.
Good morning, Prashant. Well, let me start with Cipla. That stock is in focus because Cipla EU has invested 15 million euros in a company called Ethris, initiating a strategic collaboration here. Ethris is a company which is a global leader in delivering mRNAs directly to the respiratory system. So it has that respiratory portfolio in place, which Cipla plans to get into as well. Supreme Petro, which is in focus because the company has completed the EPS production facility revamp program or commissioning trial, so to say. EPS here is expandable polystyrene, and the production capacity will now increase to 33,000 tons per annum from current 24,000 tons per annum. DLF will be in focus because remember there were reports suggesting that they have received a demand notice. The company said yes, it is dated 23rd December, but they received it on 29 December from the Noida authority. The total demand is around 234 crore rupees. They will be contesting this demand and will take appropriate legal action, and post that there will be some outcome on this one.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, Surbi is also with us this morning to talk about more stocks in the news. Surbi, over to you. What are you looking at today?
Hi, so I'm looking at Punjab and Sind Bank and SBI cards because Punjab and Sind Bank has partnered with SBI cards to issue co-brand credit cards. Both the partners have rolled out 3 card variants: the PSB SBI card Elite, the Prime, and the SBI Save card. The next is City Union Bank, where the bank has opened 19 branches and the total branch network is now at 753 branches. And lastly, Satin Credit Care, where they have received the second tranche of 25 crores from from Florentree Ventures. The total investment by Florentree now stands at 50 crores. They have committed 100 crores in the form of convertible warrants, and the balance amount is to be paid by July 2023.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, here's a quick recap in case you missed out on any of the stocks. Stocks with positive news flow, there's Eicher Motors, Craftsman Auto, Lotus Chocolate Company, Cipla, Supreme Petrochem, SBI Card, Punjab and Sindh Bank, City Union Bank and Saturn Credit Care, while stocks with negative news flow is DLF. Well, let's move on now. Manisha Gupta is joining in for a roundup of all the action in the commodity market, or the lack of action, I'd say. Manisha, good morning. Over to you.
Well, lack of action it is, because participation and volumes are just going down every day. Last working day of the year, and we are looking at weak volumes. But even with that, there's a lot of information still coming in. Take a look at the crude oil prices. There is a decline in prices on uncertain demand outlook, even as China is reopening, and we did see that support come into markets. But now more countries are considering restrictions on Chinese travelers. We already have seen that come in from US, India, Taiwan, Japan. UK is considering it. So that is what is bothering all the industrial commodities. Apart from that, there also is a rise in US crude inventories, where you have seen the US imports climb, but the exports have seen a decline. Also, with the Keystone pipeline now fully operational, that premium seems to be going off the prices as well. So while the crude prices are down, the natural gas clearly seems to be breaking down, trading at a 9-month lows right now, and we are trading below $5 per MMBTU. There is lower heating demand forecast for early part of January. Also, the Freeport, Texas will restart its operations in Jan as well. So there's a lot to look forward to as soon as Jan begins. For the next 2-3 days, the expectation is that lower volumes will lead to exaggerated moves.
All right. All right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. So that's commodities as we kick off another day. We'll take another quick commercial break. Anand Tandon will be with us. He's our market guest for some fundamental stock talk. What is the trend at restaurants, bars, discretionary spending, all of that? We have A.D. Singh, promoter and managing director at Olive Bar and Kitchen, Gauri Devidayal, co-founder at Food Matters Group, joining in for that very 31st-like discussion, 31st of December-like discussion as we wrap this up. Stay tuned, coming up.